Page 286, problem number 79. Solve for W. We're given a diagram with a right triangle. One of those legs of the right triangle is labeled W. Another of the legs is labeled 100 feet. And one of these angles is 58 degrees. To solve for W, we're going to have to remember something we learned way back in our algebra or geometry days. SOHCAHTOA. If you don't know SOHCAHTOA, get to know it ASAP because we're going to be using it a lot. SOHCAHTOA. This means to find the sine of any angle, we use the opposite over the hypotenuse. To find the cosine of any angle, we use the adjacent over the hypotenuse. To find the tangent, we use opposite over adjacent. So what we have to do is look at the angle that we know, in this case 58 degrees, and figure out which two sides of this right triangle are labeled based on this angle. Here's what I mean by that. So this W is labeled here. W is the opposite side from 58 degrees. So we have opposite labeled. 100 feet is labeled. This is adjacent to 58 degrees. So we have opposite and adjacent. Looks like we'll be working with tangent because tangent is opposite over adjacent. So let's write an equation for this. I can say the tangent of 58 degrees equals the opposite side over the adjacent side. Okay. Now, tangent of 58 degrees, our calculator can do for us. We're going to get a weird decimal for that. If I multiply that by 100, I'll have that W by itself. So W is going to be about equal to, well, it's equal to 100 times the tangent of 58 degrees. Let's get our calculator out to figure out what that's equal to. So, first of all, before I do any kind of calculations with sine, cosine, or tangent, I'm going to press my mode key and make sure I'm in this case I need to be in degree mode. Once I take care of that, I can go back to my home screen. And first of all, let's figure out what is the tangent of 58 degrees. Okay, now to solve for W, I multiply both sides of my equation by 100. And I get W is about equal to 160. And let's keep two decimal places here, 0.03. And I should get a label on here. Since this side is labeled in feet, W should also be labeled in feet.